Being a book lover can definitely get expensive at times with the price of physical books, subscriptions, and bookish accessories. But there are definitely some bookish accessories I think are worth the money and every reader should have in order to enhance their reading experience. Hey y'all, I'm Nala and this is Nala's Reading Room where we talk books, vinyls, and everything in between. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, hey friends, so glad to have you back. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about some bookish accessories that I think are worth the money. So if you are chronically online like I am, then you know that there is a trend going around called 5 things that are worth the money. So I took part in this trend a couple of weeks ago, and of course, I made it about books. And I talked about some of the bookish accessories that I think are worth the money. And I'm going to go into some of those again today and give a little bit more detail, but there's also a couple of things that I left off that list that I wanted to add. So everything I talk about today will be linked down in the description in the event you are interested in buying. Now, I know I said that I think every reader should have these accessories. Of course, it does not mean you need to buy them. I just think they make your reading experience 10 times better. But of course, you don't need these accessories to actually have a great reading experience. This is just my opinion. Okay, so first I'm going to start out with my book light. So this is my book light here. I actually got this off of Amazon. So like everything I'm going to show you guys today, I got off of Amazon. So there's that. And again, like I said, they'll be linked in the description. So there are times when I just really want to read in the dark. I know that sounds a little crazy, but I actually love the idea of turning off all the lights in my house, either laying on my couch or in my bed with my book and just my book light. Okay, so I actually got my first book light from Five Below, but it was a little cheapy one. Of course, it's from Five Below, and it ended up like burning out. So I went on Amazon and found this one. So this one actually is great because it has different light setting. So this is more of a warmer light. This is the one I usually use because I like a warmer light. And then you have, this one's a little brighter. Oh no, that's increasing the brightness. My bad, y'all. But sorry. This changes I guess what's the word I'm looking for? It changes the tone of the light, I guess. So this is a more like white light. So this is a white light. This is, I believe, a blue light. And then the first one I showed you is more of a warm light. So I usually use a warm light and then you can change the brightness on it. So it has a bunch of, like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's like 5 levels of brightness on this thing. When I tell you this light can actually light up a whole room if you're in the dark. And that's what makes it so great, especially when you're reading at nighttime. It's the perfect book light. And again, you just slide it onto your physical book, or even you can also put it on your Kindle if you want to, just to have more light. And then the light also turns. So you can turn the light however you want it. So that's why I really love it. And it's also compact. So you just close it if you want to take it with you while you travel or just to store it. It's not big and clunky. I love that. And it's also rechargeable with the USB-C. So you don't need batteries for it. So it's one of the reasons why I love this book light, and it's not expensive at all. So this book light has saved me plenty of times when I just want to read in the dark. Love this thing down. Okay, the next is a page turner. Okay, so this is what the page turner that I have looks like. And this one comes in various colors. I just got pink because I'm a pink girly. Pink, purple, and blue are like 3 of my favorite colors. So anything that I have will probably be a variation of those 3 colors. So this is the turner that you just clip onto your Kindle or iPad. So I have my iPad mini here. Okay, this is actually one of my in-house tablets. I use my iPad mini, and then my ColorSoft when I'm in the house. My Paperwhite is my outside Kindle. So typically, if I'm using my page turner, you just clip it. Well, you clip it this way. No, I had it right the first time. You just clip it, okay, onto the device, and then it is Bluetooth. it acts off of Bluetooth. So it'll connect, you click the button at the bottom, and then actually I lied. It goes the other way, y'all. Does it? Well, it could go either way. It don't really matter. So actually, I think it goes this way. Yeah, this is the right way. So you put it on here, and then via Bluetooth, you are able to hold the clicker. And then in your Kindle app, when you're reading, you want to go to the next page, you just click it, it goes to the next page. I can't show y'all because my iPad is dead. I'm sorry, y'all. That probably would have been a better demonstration, but you just hold this and click it and it goes to the next page. And depending on which side you put it on will depend on how the page goes. So if you put it on, this is the right, well, when you're reading it, this is the left side, it'll go backward. On the right side, it'll go to the page, the next page, it'll go forward. So this is really cool. I love this, especially when I don't want to hold my Kindle in my hand. And there is a Kindle stand that I have that I'll show y'all next, where I attach the Kindle and the page turner comes in clutch with the Kindle stand, like I say, because I don't want to hold my Kindle. So love this page turner down. Okay. So like I said, the next accessory is my Kindle stand. So it is a little big. So I don't know if y'all actually be able to see it in this frame because it is kind of big. It's tall. So yeah, I don't know. Again, I'll turn it so y'all could kind of see it. But this is my Kindle stand. Okay. So this is where you attach the Kindle or the iPad. And yeah, that's where you attach it. And then this is like, I'll show you the bottom part of it. This is like the stand part. So it's actually pretty tall, but you're able to, even though it is tall, you're able to maneuver it and like bring it down and adjust it so that it's not too high for you to read or anything like that. So like I said, you're able to adjust it. You're also able to adjust the gimbal portion here. So you can pull it down, up, you know, however you want to finagle it. So again, a lot of the time I will have my iPad or the Color Soft attached to the Kindle stand, and I will have my page turner on, and I'll be either on the couch or in my bed, tight.
And you have a bob, and I can't. What's wrong with a bob? Something.
What is wrong with the bob?
Your bob don't look like hers. Hers is tight.
Okay, under the covers, and just having a grand time reading. So those are two real accessories that I think are great, especially, like I said, if you don't want to always be holding your Kindle every time you read. Now, there are other variations of the Kindle stand, so you don't have to get this big clunky one like I have. This is just the one that I wanted. I'll also link some other Kindle stands that you can also get. They also have smaller ones that you can just prop up on your bed as well. So I'll link some of those as well. But this is the one I like, and this is the one I use all the time. Okay, the next thing I have is a annotation kit. So I am an annotation girly. I know everyone isn't an annotation person, but I love to annotate my physical books. To me, it just, I don't know, it brings me a lot of joy just annotating, especially when I'm reading a book that I know is speaking to me. So some of the books that I've enjoyed annotating thus far has been The Seven Daughters of Dupree. What are some other ones that I've annotated? I've annotated Rich and Rotten by Jacques J. And there's a couple of other books that I annotated, and there's some ones that I plan on annotating in the future. So for that, that's probably going to be Watercolors by Evelyn Latrice. I'm actually really mad that I didn't annotate Joliet when I first read it by Ray Lease. I really should have annotated it when I read it, but I think I'm going to do a reread and annotate while I do my reread. And I also have some literary fiction that I love. I think literary fiction is a great genre. And that is also another genre that I annotate whenever I read, because I just feel like there's a lot of quotes and just a lot of messages in those books that definitely need to be annotated. So this is the annotation kit. This is what it came in. I actually ended up putting it into a different case just because I wanted something a little cuter, if I'm being 100% honest. But this is what it comes in, okay? And then inside, you get, I'm gonna show y'all what you get inside that annotation kit. So in that kit, you get pens. So you get a bunch of pens in different colors. Well, I'll kind of show y'all. As y'all can see, I mean, I'm only using one pen at a time. These are all black, I believe, but they just come in different colors. Okay, so you get a bunch of pens, and then you also get different color highlighters. And one thing that is good about these highlighters, they don't bleed through the pages. So I love that as well, because I think that's one thing that stops a lot of people from annotating, is that they think that the highlights are going to bleed into the pages, because most highlighters do, but these ones don't. So that's great. You get a bunch of different colors. So I'm just showing y'all the colors you get. And I also love that they're all like neutral colors too. You know, they're like neutral or like light pastel colors. And then you also get tabs. So as y'all can see, I've been using my tabs. So you got some tabs in this annotation kit as well. And then you also got Post-its that you can, you know, write on and put in the book. So you don't necessarily have to write on the page if you don't want to. Me, I don't mind writing on a page. It's my book. I'm gonna do with it what I want. So a lot of the time I'll just be writing on a page in the margin. Okay, what else did I get? I think that was all you get in the annotation kit. Yep, you get the pens. And you got this Sharpie as well. I forgot you got this Sharpie. So you get the pens, the highlighters, the Post-its, the tabs, and I also got this Sharpie. Okay, so if you are an annotation person, someone who loves to annotate your books, I do think this is a great option to get, just because it's amazing. Now, if you want to get an annotation kit and you want to support a Black-owned business, I would suggest going to Sometimes Robin Reads, and she sells annotation kits. So she's actually where I got this little pouch from. So she will give you, this is called the Little Mama. Okay, in the Little Mama, you get a pouch. I think it's this one. I think there's like a cheetah one you can get, and it's in different colors. And then in the pouch, she gives you a bunch of stuff. So you get a bunch of tabs from her. So this is, if you go onto Sometimes Robin Reads on her website, you'll get a bunch of tabs. And then you also get, like, these are kind of like highlights that you can just put, sticky highlights you can put under a line if you don't want to use an actual highlighter. Okay, and then she gives you clear Post-its of different sizes that you can use as well. Okay, and then she also gave some Post-its. Well, she gave those Post-its. And then she also gives you something I think is super cool. Well, I don't want to cut myself, but these are a pair of scissors. I don't want to open it and cut myself. These are a pair of scissors that you can use in the event you need to cut something, cut a Post-it or a tab. Yeah. So again, if you don't want to get the annotation kit off Amazon and you want to support a Black woman-owned business, definitely go onto Sometime Robin Reads website and get you an annotation kit. She sells, like I said, this is the Little Mama, and then she has a Big Mama, which has, I think with the Big Mama, you get some Sharpies and you get more tabs, Post-its, highlighters, things of that nature. So I'll link her website below in the description box as well. Oh, and she also gave you a bookmark when I ordered, but the bookmark is in my bookcase, so I don't have it, but she also has bookmarks available, and I believe you get one when you order your annotation kit as well. So what I ended up doing, since I got this new pouch, I just took what I got from the Amazon annotation kit and put it in the pouch that I got from Sometime Robin Reads, because it's cute and I like it. So anytime I'm annotating, I'm going in this pouch. Okay. So let me put all of this back. And then the last bookish accessory I'm going to talk about in today's video, it's not necessarily related to books. I just think if you are someone who, you know, likes to become super comfortable while you're reading, I think it's kind of a cool accessory to have. And that is a heated blanket. So I'm actually using it now while I'm recording this video because it's kind of cold in my apartment. So especially in the summertime, I will definitely have my air on, and sometimes it gets too cold for me. So instead of turning the air off because it's hot outside, I would just put on my heated blanket and it works wonders. But I think the heated blanket is great when you're reading. It kind of sets the tone, the ambiance, especially, if it's like I said, it's summertime and it's cold in your house. The heated blanket, I think, is great. It's also great, of course, in the winter because nobody wants to be cold, okay? But I love my heated blanket. Like I said, a lot of the time, y'all, I'll be on my couch, in my bed, Kindle stand with the page turner, heated blanket, comfortable, having a grand time in somebody's fictional world. But yeah, y'all, those are the bookish accessories that I think are definitely worth the money and every reader should have to kind of enhance their reading experience. So y'all let me know in the comments if there are any bookish accessories that you kind of live by and you think are worth the money. So yeah, definitely let me know. Thank y'all so much for watching. Again, everything I talked about today will be linked down in the description, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.